Welcome to KMIT Vista. In this Unit 4 of AI Technologies and Applications, we will be studying about edge computing, fog computing in smart farming. So, what is edge computing? Edge computing is an emerging computing paradigm which refers to a range of networks and devices at or near the user. So, edge is about processing the data, storing the data, running or processing at a greater speeds, and it has to access or large data at a greater speed. It can also leads to a greater action and lead results in real time applications. So, what is edge computing? We know that we have all the devices. First, we have some CPUs, we have smart mobiles, we have some smart watches, we have some X-ray machines, we have some applications, we have some ATM cards, we have some smart transformers, smart water flow controllers, etc. are called as edge devices. In India, most of the people have smart devices. So, if you have smart devices, these are called as edge devices. A device which is connected with an internet can be called as edge device. A system or a device which is connected with the internet, then it is called as an edge device. In the world, we can see lot of millions of devices that are interconnected, that are connected to the Wi-Fi, then it is called as an edge device. So, when we have lot of devices, we need to process the data at a greater speed. So, let me take, I want to access the data or process the data in the edge. Always the device should be so much capable, so to process all the data and sends to the next layer or connect to the cloud or the satellite. So, always to process the data at a higher speed, normally we use edge nodes. So, what are edge nodes? Edge nodes are placed for different range of networks or the nodes, so that this can be called as a one node. So, when we have lot of devices, we can place one node which can be a second node. So, we have lot of edge devices. The nodes are connected to the million edge devices are connected to a node which are in millions. So, this layer of different nodes is called as a fog. Again, the fog has to process the data with a higher speed and it has a capability of storing the data. It has to give secure data. So, the whatever the fog data is there, fog means a group of nodes connected is called as a fog. The node should be connected to a cloud. So, clouds can be different clouds where we are storing all the data in the databases. So, this is about, we have edge devices, we have the nodes, we have the data centers. The data centers can be a cloud, nodes can be a fog, devices can be a edge devices. So, how we use this in agriculture farming? So, we know that we have a farm. In this farm and agriculture field, there we are placing different types of edge devices to collect a lot of data from the farm. So, the data about the farm should be transmitted to a server which can process the data and process the data. If you process the data in the edge, the cost increases. That's why they started processing in the node. Once the data is processed, the data is transmitted to the fog and to the cloud. So this is called as service layer, and this is called as a sensor layer. So now here we have how it works in agriculture. We have physical layer, we have edge layer, we have network layer, we have cloud layer. So here we have lot of smart devices like sensors, like tablets, like greenhouses, like drones, etc. So from this the data is collected in the physical layer. The physical layer data is transmitted to the network layer. The network layer having a gateway, having an antenna, having a Bluetooth. This network layer will transmit the data to the edge layer, which is called as edge nodes. In this edge nodes, the data is processed between the edge to edge. So once the data is processed in real time, we need to give the data should be stored in the cloud. Once the data is stored in the cloud, we can do lot of AI, lot of ML, and we can AI and ML can make the decisions, and it can also change the it can act like a server, and we can store the data time to time, and based on this we can do analytics and start developing the dashboards or predictive systems. So this is how the data from the farm to the cloud data can be transmitted, so that we can make the decision. So what is edge computing? Edge computing is having a unique advantages over traditional models, because it has the computational power and the data is so centralized, and the data can be stored every minute, putting all the data in compute so that it improves the quality or the yield of the crop. Some examples of edge computing includes the self-driving cars, autonomous robots, smart equipment data, and automated retail. So here we have three layers. One is physical layer, we have one more edge device layer, and we have network layer, we have cloud layer. So in edge devices, we start collecting all the data, and we start giving the total data from the IoT or the points of scales and the robots or the vehicles. The data is collected and are given to a network edge. The network edge with a high frequency or with 5G with a high speed, it sends the data, and with a low latency it sends the data, and based on the data it always stores the total data so that we can analyze the data easily. So we have on-premises infrastructure. These are for managing local systems and connecting to the network, and could be the servers or the routers, containers or the hubs, so that based on the on-premises infrastructure also we can do analytics and make the decisions. So coming to the fog computing, edge computing is the computing that can be done on edges of a range of devices in a computer network. Coming to the fog computing, it is termed by a person called as Cisco, that refers to the extending cloud computing to an edge of the enterprise network. Thus, it is also called as edge computing or fogging. It facilitates the operation of computing, storage and network services between the end-to-end devices and storing all the details in the data centers. So, fogging facilitates the operation of computing, storage and network services between the end devices to the cloud device. So, the data can be easily stored in the cloud and the data can be accessed by from the data centers to the devices easily with a less computation and at higher speeds. So, this is what we have: edge devices, we have fog nodes, we have the cloud nodes. We access the data from end devices to the fog node to the cloud. So, data can be retrieved from cloud to the fog node to the edge devices, so that we can create a automatic or decision making easily. Thank you.